Do you ever think about why some people seem to be successful all the time while others have a hard time no matter how hard they try? The key is not skill or luck, but how you think. In this video, we'll look at the powerful wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary warrior whose mindset made him unbeatable. We'll also show you how to create the same mindset to change your life and be more successful than ever. Reason 1. Your thoughts shape reality. Your thoughts create your world, so success begins in your mind. The way you think shapes how you feel, what you do, and in the end, the life you make. This idea was very clear to Miyamoto Musashi. See what you can't see with your own eyes, he said. This means that real victory starts in your mind, with the power of your ideas and beliefs that you can't see. Think of your mind as a battleground. The troops you send to fight for your future are your thoughts. Your thoughts that are full of doubt, fear, and bad things will happen will make you send weak men to battle, and they will lose. But if your thoughts are clear, positive, and determined, you give yourself the strongest warriors, ready to face obstacles and take advantage of chances. Musashi's whole way of life and fighting was based on having clear thoughts. He trained his mind to see more than what other people saw. He did not only fight battles with his body, he also fought battles in his mind. He was able to stay cool and confident in more than 60 duels because he trained his mind. He thought that a fighter who controlled his mind would win the battle before it even started. Your thoughts make a map of the world in your mind. When you think good things about yourself and your goals, your brain starts looking for chances and answers that fit with those ideas. On the other hand, if you constantly question your skills, your mind will focus on problems and restrictions, which will make it harder to reach your goals. Science now backs up what Musashi knew many hundreds of years ago. Neuroscience has shown that the brain changes based on how we think over and over again. This is called neuroplasticity. Thinking happy, success-oriented thoughts changes the wiring in your brain so you can do better, make smarter choices, and act more effectively. The way you think is very important. People who wait for the right conditions to happen don't get successful. People who think they can succeed and act on that belief get successful. Your world starts to change when your thoughts are in line with your goals. You begin to draw in the right people, ideas, and chances that assist you in moving forward. The spirit of the thing itself, the way, is the real substance, Musashi said. The most important part of your trip is how you think. If you control your thinking, you control your life. Success doesn't come from outside sources. It comes from the power of your mind. Reason 2. Failure is feedback. Lots of people think that failure is the enemy of success. It's avoided, feared, and even looked down upon. Miyamoto Musashi, on the other hand, saw things very differently. He knew that failing is not a lasting loss, but rather feedback that is an important part of getting better. His famous quote, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain," tells us that failing just means we need to try a different path, make changes, and keep going. There were many fights in Musashi's life, and he didn't always win them. But he never thought those losses were over. Instead, he carefully looked at every mistake and misstep and used that knowledge to make his strategy and technique better. He thought that the only way to truly master something was to keep learning and changing, not by avoiding failure but by welcoming it as a guide. This way of thinking is more important than ever in the world we live in now. It's rare for success to come without problems. It's easy to feel hopeless or doubtful of yourself after failing at something, like a project, a chance, or a part of yourself. Failure can help you grow, though, if you change the way you think about it. Failure gives you feedback, which is like a guide. If you want to get better, it tells you what you did wrong. Everyone who has been successful, from inventors like Thomas Edison to players like Michael Jordan, has failed many times. The thing that makes them different is the way they thought. They saw loss as a way to get better, not as something that stopped them. Musashi took a measured approach. He would think a lot about what worked and what didn't after each fight. He tried to figure out why he had failed without any anger or fear, and then he changed how he did things on purpose. It is important to go through this process of thought and change. Without it, failing just turns into giving up. So, when you fail, you need to keep an open mind and be interested. What can you learn from this? How can I do better? What do I need to change to do better next time? You can turn failure from a problem into a useful tool for progress when you see it as a way to learn and not as a sign of how good you are. Musashi also taught the value of resiliency, which means being able to keep going even when things go wrong. He said, "In battle, if you make your enemy flinch, you've already won." This isn't just a physical move, it's a thought truth. You get a mental edge that can't be taken away when you refuse to give up when things go wrong. To get into this frame of mind, try seeing every loss as a chance to learn and grow. What went wrong? Write it down, make a plan for how to fix it, and keep in mind that every big success is built on a base of many small ones. Don't forget that loss is not your enemy, it's the best way to learn. Learning from mistakes is a big part of becoming a master, and the way you think about those mistakes is what makes them lead to long-lasting success. Reason 3. The yet power milestones. Accepting the power of yet is one of the easiest but most powerful ways to change the way you think. It means adding yet to your goals, like I haven't mastered this skill yet, or I haven't reached my goal yet. Miyamoto Musashi taught that mastery is a journey that lasts a lifetime, not a set point. His ideas are very similar to this idea. We can learn from Musashi's life that the key to success is not quick wins but steady growth. He kept getting better at what he did, knowing that mastery was always just around the corner. This acceptance helped him stay humble, patient, and on task. He knew that mistakes were not failures but rather steps on the way to becoming great. Yet is a powerful word that marks a turning point. It changes the way you think from fixed to growth. You don't think, I'm not good enough. You think, I'm on my way. So when things stop moving forward, you don't give up. Instead, you see it as a sign that you are getting closer to your goal. This way of thinking makes you more resilient and determined. By saying yet, you let yourself grow without being judged or put under any pressure. Musashi's way of the sword was all about always getting better and not caring about the results you get right away. Use the power of yet to get past doubts about yourself on your own path. Remind yourself that it takes time and work to get good at things. You're not quite where you want to be yet, but you're getting there. You must understand that the path is long, Musashi said. Running a marathon is more like a run. Think yet to keep yourself going even when it seems like the finish line is a long way off. Reason 4. Embrace discomfort. For success, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. Miyamoto Musashi had a hard life. He was in pain, his mind was stressed, and he lived alone. He did well, though, because he didn't avoid pain. He saw it as part of the road of a warrior. Musashi taught that avoiding pain stops you from growing. It may seem hard at first, but everything is hard at first, he thought. This shows us that getting better means going through pain. To get stronger, smarter, or better at something, you have to be willing to go through hard times. When you embrace discomfort, you're open to tasks that make you think outside of your comfort zone. It means facing your fears, working long hours, picking up new skills, or being by yourself. When you push yourself out of your comfort zone, you feel discomfort. This is where change happens. Musashi was very strict with his money, his thoughts, and his training. He won not only because he was good with a sword, but also because he trained his mind to handle the worst situations. He was able to outlast opponents who were bigger or had better gear because of this way of thinking. In your life, discomfort could come in the form of tough talks, failure, doubt, or a lot of hard work. Lean into it instead of running away from it. Take it as a sign that you're going in the right direction. Having this attitude makes your mind tough. When you know that pain is short-lived and growth lasts forever, you become strong and brave. You must train day and night without stopping, Musashi told him. Not only are you training your body, you are also training your mind to be okay with being uncomfortable. Reason 5. Compare only to yourself others. For Miyamoto Musashi, getting ahead was a very personal journey. He fought his own fights, made his own path, and never judged himself by what other people thought of him. He was known for saying, respect Buddha and the gods, but don't depend on them to help you. This means depending on your own strength instead of validation or comparison from other people. It's bad for your mental health to compare yourself to other people. It leads to jealousy, defeat, and distractions. Being successful isn't about beating other people. It's about growing and mastering yourself. Musashi never tried to be like other people. Instead, he created his own style by becoming more self-aware and improving it all the time. He knew that the only way to be truly strong is to know yourself inside and out and grow from there. It's easy to get caught up in comparison these days, especially since social media is always showing off other people's successes. Remember, though, that you've only seen a small part of their journey. It's not fair or helpful to compare that to your whole trip. Focusing on your own growth rather than other people's accomplishments is the way to be successful. Compare yourself to the day before. Enjoy the little things that you do well and learn from your mistakes to get better. Musashi's advice tells you to boost your own confidence. There are fewer things that can take your attention away from your goals when you only compare yourself to yourself. Self-discipline and trust in yourself lead to success. This way of thinking keeps you safe from bad people and envy, so you can stay on your road. Do nothing that is useless, as Musashi said. It's pointless to compare yourself to other people. Pay attention to your growth, and success will come. Reason 6. Mindset is a muscle. Last but not least, know that your attitude can change. You can work out this muscle, make it stronger, and make it bigger. Miyamoto Musashi's whole mindset is based on improving and self-disciplining all the time. You must train day and night without stopping, Musashi said. The mind is just as important as physical skill. Your mind is like a sword in a battle. It needs to be constantly practiced and worked on to stay sharp. Daily habits like positive thinking, self-reflection, meditation, reading, learning, and pushing yourself are what shape your attitude. When you pick bravery over fear, don't give up, and choose growth over staying the same, you work out this mental muscle. This means that success isn't just for people who are naturally good at it. A success attitude can be developed by anyone who works at it every day. You have to be dedicated to your mental training, just like Musashi did to become the best fighter. A strong mind helps you get past problems, keep going when things get tough, and take advantage of chances other people miss. It helps you be clear, sure of yourself, and cool when things get tough. Thoughts are formed one choice at a time. You can train your mind every day to think about growth, accept failure, welcome pain, and wait for your progress. Musashi's life shows that you don't just become great, you have to work hard at it. Besides being good with a sword, he was also good at controlling his thoughts. You must know that there are different ways to reach the top of the mountain, he told them. With practice, your mind will find the way to your own success.